In his final words, Dokkodo, The Way of Walking Alone, by the legendary swordsman, Miyamoto Musashi. Accept everything just the way it is. Acceptance looks like a passive state, but in reality it brings something entirely new into this world. That peace, a subtle energy vibration, is consciousness. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. I can think of nothing less pleasurable than a life devoted to pleasure. Do not, under any circumstances, depend on a partial feeling. Mixed feelings, like mixed drinks, are a confusion to the soul. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. There is a huge amount of freedom that comes to you when you take nothing personally. Be detached from desire your whole life. Man is the only animal whose desires increase as they are fed, the only animal that is never satisfied. Do not regret what you have done. Accept the pain, cherish the joys, resolve the regrets, then can come the best of benedictions. If I had my life to live over, I'd do it all the same. Never be jealous. Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation. Do not judge men by mere appearances, for the light laughter that bubbles on the lip often mantles over the depths of sadness, and the serious look may be the somber veil that covers a divine peace and joy. Resentment and complaint are appropriate neither for oneself nor others. Beware of the man who works hard to learn something, learns it, and finds himself no wiser than before. He is full of murderous resentment of people who are ignorant, without having come by their ignorance the hard way. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. To see a man fearless in dangers, untainted with lusts, happy in adversity, composed in a tumult, and laughing at all those things which are generally either coveted or feared, all men must acknowledge that this can be from nothing else but a beam of divinity that influences a mortal body. In all things, have no preferences. As long as we respond predictably to what feels good and what feels bad, it is easy for others to exploit our preferences for their own ends. Be indifferent to where you live. A man's homeland is wherever he prospers. Do not pursue the taste of good food. You don't have to cook fancy or complicated masterpieces, just good food from fresh ingredients. Do not hold on to possessions you no longer need. There are only two kinds of freedom in the world, the freedom of the rich and powerful, and the freedom of the Thebetist and the monk who renounces possessions. Do not act following customary beliefs. One should guard against preaching to young people success in the customary form as the main aim in life. The most important motive for work in school and in life is pleasure in work, pleasure in its result, and the knowledge of the value of the result to the community. Do not collect weapons or practice with weapons beyond what is useful. Practical wisdom is only to be learned in the school of experience. Precepts and instruction are useful so far as they go, but, without the discipline of real life, they remain of the nature of theory only. Do not fear death. Too many people are thinking of security instead of opportunity. They seem more afraid of life than death. Do not seek to possess either goods or fiefs for your old age. Make wisdom your provision for the journey from youth to old age, for it is a more certain support than all other possessions. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. The gods too are fond of a joke. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. The difference between a moral man and a man of honor is that the latter regrets a discreditable act, even when it has worked and he has not been caught. Never stray from the way. As the fletcher whittles and makes straight his arrows, so the master directs his straying thoughts.